Alright, so first off, I have, uh, well, it's not an entirely new audio setup, but there is new audio stuff happening. Um, so I hope it's good. I used to just use a gate, which basically just means, um, actually, let me check that it's operating. Okay, yeah. So I used to just use a gate, which, because if I don't, then you'll hear like the computer fan and my mouse clicks and everything else all the time. All the time. There's no getting around it. And like, yes, like I know there's like quieter keyboard switches and everything. I don't know how to find a quieter controller. At least not one that I enjoy using. And I've been playing a lot of controller games. So, um, so yeah, I was just using a noise gate where it just opens when there's a certain level of sound, which is usually my voice because I'm close to the microphone. But sometimes it's not, and it's not perfect. And then when I open the gate by talking, then you can hear all of the shit in the background still. Sometimes. But anyway, I'm now using one of these AI noise removal tools. And it's Elgato's one because Nvidia's one, the like hardware specific one, sounds like shit. And this one is better. But I don't know that it's perfect. But it should be better. It should remove undesirable things more consistently. Um, Actually, why don't I demonstrate? Let's disable the noise removal. So now you should be able to like hear mouse clicks. And then when I pick up a controller, you can hear that shit, right? But I think this removal is pretty effective. Oh wait, where did my mouse go? Excuse me one moment. Now I have to fix everything. Okay. Um, Noise AI sound filter back on. Should be should be pretty apparent. I was listening to it earlier. I'm not listening to it now. I also have the ability to monitor myself, which I hate doing because like there is delay, so actually it fucks with my brain. And actually what happens is I end up speaking slower because of the delay, because I hear my voice coming back to me and I'm like, "Oh yeah, that's where I am in the word or the sentence." So then I end up drawing things out like in an exponential. It's very interesting actually. But I hate monitoring myself, so I'm not doing that, even though I know that's what the pros do. But I'm not a pro by any measure. So, um, let's. Well, actually, we're not getting going yet because I've decided it's time to brush up on my French Revolution history. So apologies for this, but and I know that Wikipedia is not the best, but they're okay for general stuff like this. And what's interesting is that it's all because of economic issues, right? Like there are a lot of things, a lot of problems under the surface. There are a lot of reasons why the Estates General has not been convened for 150 years. Similarly to why the English Parliament hadn't been convened for a long time when I believe it was Charles I, when he did it. Is he the only Charles? No, 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 no. There are two Charles. The current Charles is Charles III. Anyway, um, and you can imagine, right? Because we recently had this debt ceiling issue where it was like if we don't get this economic situation sorted out, all sorts of shit is going to happen. Um, so like there are a lot of problems under the surface, but it takes these like this big debt problem. It takes that to get the king to be willing to um, convene the Estates General. And that's actually what ends up causing all the problems. So anyway, they convene the Estates General, and the timeline here is what I'm trying to figure out because it relates to the game. So the Estates General convenes on the 5th of May, 1789. And then verify their deputies and the National Assembly, blah, blah, blah. And then they're doing things, right? They're doing things that the king doesn't like because he convened them to fix the tax and debt situation. And that's not what they're doing. So he tries to shut down the Estates General or the National Assembly or whatever. Not sure what one has to do with the other or if they're um, interchangeable terms. But anyway, on the 20th of June, they have the famous tennis court thing, and they decide not to disperse. And by the 27th of June, they get the king to not forcibly disperse them. So it's interesting how similar to the I draw a lot of parallels, but similar to the Russian Revolution. Um, like during the Russian Revolution, the the Tsar's wife, in particular, I believe her name was Alexandra. She was complaining that the Duma, which was their token, you know, democratic assembly, the Duma was misusing its like 1% of the power that it had, uh, which is always very funny. But when your entire government is based around this idea that the king has, you know, God ordained absolute power, that's how it goes. So anyway, the king tries to disperse the assembly. It doesn't come to blows at that point, but they basically refuse to. And then Marie Antoinette is not happy. And then so on the 27th they something happened. There's something missing here because there were some reforms that happened. Perhaps something has been removed from the article. But Louis attempts to disperse the assembly by force on the 11th or the 12th of July. And yes, on the 12th of July, the assembly went into a non-stop session after rumors circulated he was planning to use the Swiss guards to force it to close. The news brought crowds of protesters into the streets, and soldiers of the elite Guard French regiment refused to disperse them. And then on the 14th is Bastille Day. So then it all, it's all downhill from there, basically. Although I believe, yeah, like, the king was still, like, it was essentially a constitutional monarchy for a short period here. Um, and then in August, they abolished feudalism. That was easy. Um, the key institutional pillars of the old regime had all been abolished in less than 4 months. In its early stages, the revolution therefore displayed signs of its radical nature. Okay, so we're getting past the things that matter here, because the point at which the game Steelrising diverges from history is the 20th of June, the day of the tennis court meeting. Because, I mean, it diverges from history before then because we have automatons before then. But it's funny, this is all history right here. Even Minister Necker that's accurate. They're faced with imminent ruin, and that convinced him to convene the Estates General, which hadn't been convened in 150 years. Establishing the conditions for levying new taxes. The same reason that Charles I had to convene Parliament for the first time in a long time. It was a tax issue. But people were unhappy about a lot of other things other than taxes. So, yes, the estate does things he doesn't like. On the 20th of June, he called an end to the Estates General. Now, the part that is not historical here is that the Estates General went home. When he told them to. And they probably went home when he told them to because he had this mechanical army backing up his words. So, yeah. And then during the night of the 23rd to the 24th of June, the people turned a deaf ear to these threats, set up barricades, and prepared to fight. So, I believe the game, I don't know if it's still to the 24th of June, but I believe the game started on the 24th. So, like, it's not Bastille Day yet. But, like, it might as well be, because the king has collapsed his own regime by, like, using force against the people of Paris. So, like, by being the aggressor against the part of his government that had no power, he's given it he has instead given it more power. And we still have this bug. I love this bug. It's a good time. I don't know this for sure, but I think I should turn the game audio down just a bit. Just a bit. That's the wrong macro. We'll get there. We always do. There it is. There it is. Oh, it's so funny. So funny. This one's got a taser. That's just the third boss, the most recent one. That's just one of those. But to be fair, I was fighting the first boss as a world enemy shortly after I beat him, so... Hello. Oh. This is a saw for ripping. Yeah, and this lumber is actually... has a gap in it. This is what you had to use before table saws. You had to do it by hand. You gotta like stand up there and lift it up and down as you go along. It's gotta suck. Although, that should enable you to do the same thing that you do with the table saw. Because you can put the end of the side of this frame, it's not right now, but you can put the side of this frame up against the side of the wood, as you would with the fence on a table saw, and then get a consistent cut. Assuming that you've got a straight line to begin with, which is a more difficult problem. Well, that's a shortcut to be opened. Which... can I go this way? I don't know. Why the music all of a sudden? Why is this enemy so threatening? Culmination resistance module. Well, I'm not throwing lightning bolts around to get what I want, so I'm not sure that that's for me. Oh, hello. The water is just instant death. Okay. Oh, I should also address the stream title. Christiaan Huygens. Huygens. Well, no, that's interesting. I don't know if I've seen one of these alive. I said, because Christiaan Huygens is mentioned in the item description for the, like, chain weapons. And I had mentioned that he had something to do with clocks. My error was in thinking that he had something to do with the longitude clocks, which is not the case. I just remember him in association with that because he's like in, well, there's a book titled Longitude that tells the whole story. But he's in that story because he invented the pendulum in like 1657 or something. Which obviously, you know, after that point, the pendulum clock was one of the most widely used clocks everywhere because it was very consistent compared to other clocks. Because you can make a pendulum operate in a very consistent fashion. Doesn't work so well on a ship, but that's like a part of the longitude clock story because, well, he advanced the technology of clockmaking, right? See, that's... Well, I like how this is just here to save me. I don't know what I'm supposed to do about that, though. Because I can't... Well... Okay, hang on. I mean, I appreciate that the music lets you know that you've aggroed an enemy. That is cool. I got lucky there. Oh, I'm supposed to go this way. And then come out. Maybe I need the grapple to move on? I need a grapple to get up there. If you can see, just to the right of my character's shoulder right now. As a grapple point. Still do not have the grapple. Rinse off every now and then. When you're a machine. Actually, that's probably a bad idea if you're a machine. But, you know. If, as a machine, you're not designed to be rinsed off every now and then, you probably won't survive in the outdoors for very long. Okay, well now I have to remember how to play the game. It's been a few days. I do not know what the electricity status does. It doesn't damage me. You would think it would, like, stun me or slow me down. But I think the cold status freezes you, so that's that. Yeah, this is the one that you just approach and then use your heavy to knock him out of whatever he's doing. Because then it doesn't matter. Dude, what music? Although the game audio is probably still too loud. Yeah, my heavy attacks are just so good. Just purely because of the knockback. Because turns out, when you don't have a shield, interrupting what the enemy's doing is pretty useful. Pretty damn useful. Turn the audio down another notch. I assume that that affects... Yeah, there's no reason why I wouldn't. Also, like, all games should be played at 50% volume anyway. Or something. If you're watching this on YouTube 6 years from now, I apologize that, no chatters have informed me as to the quality of the audio yet. What can I do? You're new. You've got like a harp. That's interesting. That's actually a very good job that they've done. When it comes to making this external area look the same as the area I'm in, but it's like, if you look carefully, it's clearly not meant to be explorable, playable area, right? Clearly not meant for it. But they have done a good job of continuing the aesthetic out into that space, so that it seems like this is a real place, and you're not. And you're not seeing quite all of it. Where did I... Yeah, I came through this hedge here. Okay. Okay, yeah, I haven't been in here. Alchemical resistance. But doesn't alchemical just refer to the cold, heat, and lightning damage? Or maybe it affects all of them. Maybe it reduces all of them. Who knows? Okay, so it's the lower area that I have not yet visited. Well, I refuse to use consumable healing items outside of boss fights, so might die. But that'll be okay. Can't go there yet. But that's probably good, because that's where one of the third boss is lurking. Hello, buddy. You okay? Do you need a friend? These are good environments. They are distinct. Because, like, there were gardens like this at the beginning, but those were flatter, and also it wasn't dark. And they weren't, like, also next to buildings. Okay. But then there have been some very non-rectangular areas. And then there was the factory area, which was very different. Aesthetically and mechanically, I should point out, because it was vertical. It wasn't that vertical, it had basically 2 levels, but it was there. So there's variety. Mechanical variety, at least. As far as aesthetic variety goes, there's only so much you can do when you commit to a setting like this. Like, we're in Paris, big surprise. But even within that, you can have interiors and exteriors. You can have palaces and industrial areas, so. Well, there goes 2000... Oh, don't tell me. Anima Essence. Anima Essence, that's what it's called. It's okay, I gotta warm up anyway. That guy that I saw, he wasn't a guy, but he had a guy face. I think the guy face is inside of the helmet, the big helmet that these guys have. I mean, I could just run past, but I don't even know what is past, you know? Shit. I mean, this game doesn't have. I mean, it does have critical strikes. I've just never gotten one because I've never filled up the stun meter, despite having a weapon that does impact. Anyway, it does not have the thing that the Souls games have, where when you backstab or critically strike someone, they are invulnerable for a short time afterwards. I mean, this game also doesn't have a system that's connected to that, where while you're doing the backstab, you're invulnerable. So, like, in a group of enemies, you can become safe by doing a critical hit on one of them. Because then while you're in that animation, you can't be hurt. But I think one of the big reasons that Dark Souls and Elden Ring has that is because of the multiplayer. Because otherwise, like, if you could be damaged while you're doing a backstab, then in the context of multiplayer, you don't want to be doing a backstab. And then it's more fair that... Well, I see I've been rewarded for sneaking around the hedge here. And then it's more fair to the person that got knocked down to, like, give them a second to get back up. Without being under threat. But this game is unapologetically single player. So you doesn't have to worry about any of that. Which, can I say, I find it refreshing, to be honest. Because so many games have compromises in them to allow for the online play. Compromises at the expense of the single player experience. Already been there. I guess I could jump through the hedge here too. That's where that guy was. This is probably just a completely inaccessible area. But with this jump, I mean, who knows? Okay, dodging into the benches does work. And jumping on top of them, which means you can't use them as a jumping off point. I can stand here though, that's interesting. Oh no, I have nowhere to retreat to. And this is the first boss right here. The spear dude. Fan of the friendly fire though, amongst the enemies. Oh no. Okay, I'm committed. I'm using fucking... I shouldn't have. God damn it, dude. I mean, it makes sense that at this point in the game they would really start throwing it at you. But that is a long ways to go without a checkpoint. didn't ask for this. Is it throwable? Interesting. Oh no. There appears to be no difference between... I think if you press the heavy attack button, it's the same stealth attack. Same amount of damage as well. Big fan of enemies being able to kill each other. Not only does it feel good, but it makes things feel more real. Because when an enemy doesn't attack that clearly would have hit another one of them and then it doesn't do any damage, they're cheated. Dark Souls usually has that as well. And I apologize if I am comparing this game to Dark Souls too much, but it's asking for it. And in some ways, this game is like an even purer form of Dark Souls, because it... Well, it's actually because it has fewer systems, I think. So that makes it a tighter... more condensed, tighter experience. Okay, you piece of shit. Or I should say pieces of shit, because the problem is that there are multiple of them. The module key. I should not say another, because it's the first encountered in this stream. Oh, so I don't have to fight those guys every time, at least. Who's gonna be next, though? checkpoint is next.
De Mirabeau's home is built on a hill in the area.
Well, I got bad news for you, Aegis. There ain't no hills. Seems awfully flat. The only elevation variety is provided by the buildings. By the way, for anyone who's unaware, the system that Dark Souls does not have is that when I have enough anima essence to level up, the icon on the bottom right turns from blue to yellow. Amazing system. Subtle and very useful. Alright, let's see if 10 is the cap. 10 is not the cap, it's 20. Okay. Good to know. That means I will be going to 20 power. Post haste. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. I have not seen you before. Dude, he's got a lantern for a head. He's using, I don't even know what that is that he's using as a shield, but it's like a... something from the period. That is cool design. This doesn't seem like a... you know, the revolution is happening. So quick. Throw some tables and carts into the street to make a barricade. This is planned. So, not sure what the deal is. I still cannot get... I'm pretty sure that means there are two of them, at least. Because there was one visible from the other end. Well, anyway, if... I'm not gonna complain about not being able to go that way. Doesn't seem like all that much fun.
No! Why pick on a frail little woman? I've always been loyal to the king. Oh yes, as God is my witness. I'll do anything you ask.
I have no intention of harming you. The royal automats are my only enemies.
Partulissin, you were sent by heaven above.
Have you watched these machines?
I fade out.
I had a front row
Oh, I don't have
seat.
camera control when I'm doing this.
Swarm of ferocious beasts who cleared the way for
And
a
I also
creature
can't
I have
move.
a nightmare.
Okay,
It was
that's
grim
unfortunate.
reaper, madame.
But like, it's an indie game, so
Itself. Nothing and no one was spared. I was spellbound and horrified by its dance of death. If by misfortune you find yourself in its
so you're not
presence,
able
do
to
not let it leap in
move
your
away
direction.
from people
Those
after
who
you've
suffered
initiated their
lightning attacks
dialogue.
did not survive. None of them, without exception.
No, she must be
Come
giving me
now,
important
if you
information.
claim to want to destroy these automats, it's time to get going. You must stop them from advancing.
And that's it. I have still not seen, and probably won't, I'm guessing. I've not seen a human person, a living human person, makes sense, he can block. I've not seen a living human person in gameplay. I've seen them in cutscenes. And my character has been there as well. I've not been able to size it up in gameplay. Which honestly leaves me rather confused about the size of my character. I'm not sure if she's like very tall or if she's just very thin. I'm unsure about the proportions. But like she appears to have very long legs, right? But is that just long in proportion to her body? And then like her torso is tiny compared to the I don't know. And we have seen her in cutscenes with other people, but it's... I guess she seems like about the same height. But I'm a little unsure of exactly what the proportions are. Yeah, see, this is one of those guys, but with his head exposed. I don't even know what to call them, or what to call the part of them that covers the head. Well, it might be here for a while. There we go. Moving on. Don't Metroidvania me again. Jesus Christ, just give me the stupid grappling hook. My god. Yes, I know. I mean, that makes me wonder if I will have to, for story reasons, traverse these areas again. Or if I will have to come back here of my own volition. I'm not sure. Okay. Okay, bro. If you don't want me there, that's fair enough. That's clearly progress. Well, this might also be, to be honest. Let me just see what's up here. I am not at all familiar with Paris. Like, all I know is that the place where all the historic things are is like on an island in the river, because that was the original fortress. Otherwise, I'm at a loss as far as the layout goes. I have like a halfway decent handle on London. I don't know what all the places in it are called. But, Paris? No idea. Oh, there's that guy again. So this leads to the same place. Damn it. Oh. There's a certain point at which the heavy attacks cease to stun them. Or maybe it's just too late to his animation. Who knows?
Oh, Doctor, I'm dying! I can't take it anymore!
Chin up, old man. Bite down on this strip of leather. I'm going to take a closer look at your wound. Oh, it's more serious than I thought. Look at me. You have to hang in there, all right? You mustn't fall asleep. Bon sang. No. I'm losing him.
I like the tricolor, by the way.
Is there any way I can help you?
You're an automat. What can I expect from you, other than the cruel fate that your fellow monsters reserve for patriots?
You have nothing to fear from me, monsieur.
Honestly, I don't have much of a choice. I have to take you at your word and ask for your help. I have with me a fighter who has lost his leg. He's already lost a lot of blood. If I don't operate within the hour, I doubt he will survive. Unfortunately, I do not have any surgical tools with me. Would you be so kind as to find me something I can use to save this brave man? I can't do anything until I have the right equipment.
I did one of these quests before.
Can't do anything until I have the right equipment.
God, it's weird how it fades. Like, it's the same environment, but it fades me into a state where I don't have camera or character control. It's very strange. But, you know, I see that as a budget limitation. Same thing as, hello, Odafield Sab. How are you doing? Haven't seen you in a while. Like, they don't have the budget to have actual NPCs rendered in this world. But I do appreciate these encounters. Like, they accomplish more than post-it notes do in terms of lore. You're busy at work? The stream is for a mature audience. I got a warning when I selected this game as the category that it is rated mature, which is interesting. There's been no sex in it yet, Odif. I could be surprised, but I think for the automaton smut, I think you have to go to, you know, Rule 34 outlets. I don't think it's in this game.
I can't do anything until I
Oh,
have
did I
the
not?
right equipment.
I thought that was it. Okay, never mind. This is basically Automaton Souls, though. I don't even remember what I picked up in there. I also don't know where I'm supposed to go. I mean, the thing with the doctor is a side quest, it's not a main. I don't have to do that. But it seemed like the main progression path was into here. But then the path is blocked. Unless it's not blocked. No, it's blocked. Oh, I'm an idiot. Gamers are like dogs, they don't look up. I'm just gonna go back in here for a second and where's the ranged one? Oh, dude. Well, this is profoundly unhelpful. This is, like, even worse. I mean, there should be, like, a checkpoint up here somewhere, right? Oh, there totally is. Okay. I can fight these guys from behind. That sounds like a good idea. Now we'll grab this level first, though. More damage, please. Thank you. I'll be back for more later. Curious. Damn it. Okay. Okay. I know how to cheese these guys, I just need to do it. Too late. I was too late. Too late again. Shit. Great enemy design, honestly. Oh, that's a healing item upgrade. I don't remember if it's counter potency, but it's one of them. Catalyst is probably potency. Yeah. Well, the ranged guys are dead, and so is the spinny boy. So... life is good, honestly. Never in Elden Ring would I be doing, like, Mexican standoffs, essentially. Not once. Like, that entire game, I was always very aggressive. I mean, obviously there are times when you retreat, but... I guess what it is that in that game I could hide behind my shield. But here, it's like... I'm just kind of out here in the open, and I'm standing here, and, you're standing there, and, you know... who's gonna draw first? You know what I'm saying? That's what it feels like. Oh right, the healing item upgrade. The Burette upgrade, because I am a machine. It is the quantity, not the potency. Wonderful. 4 is a lot more than 3. It's not quite as much more as 3 is from 2, but it is quite a bit more. I suppose the further on you get, the less meaningful it becomes. But that's only the second such upgrade that I've gotten. A halberd, you say? Not that menu. I mean, whatever. I don't care. The Lita halberd. Well, it's similar to the gun halberd that was one of the starting weapons. I guess I don't have it because I didn't start with it. I'll C and F scaling though. That's way less damage. And like, yes, this is level 3, but I don't think... And spun quickly in front of Aegis, it forms a shield that protects her and ensures she only feels the impact of enemy attacks. You know, let me just swing a halberd around. Oh, that's like even more stilted than the moveset that I was using. Okay. I mean, this whole game has sort of a stiff, robotic feel, which is, of course, thematically intentional. But definitely sticking with this. The description, though. The Lita halberd features articulated iron reminiscent of a swan's feathers and is one of the lightest weapons in its class. There are classes. I want more from the Warhammer class, please. Thank you. There are multiple weapons in all the classes. I know there are more Warhammers out there. Please reveal yourselves. Anyway, pole weapons, which had long been relegated to ceremonial functions and use by the color guard, have been overhauled by the new Royal Arsenal's designers. Because of their length, they allow those who wield them to control the enemy's movements and avoid close combat. The pose that she does when you pull up this description. And every class of weapon is different. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Anyway, I suppose... Oh, this is on a hill. This might be main quest place. That's what it's called, main quest place. Hey, look, a real person. This is number 5, I believe.
So, I put it to you that the fact that the society is in need of
Monsieur de Mirabeau.
The demon can speak? Speak then! Has my time come?
I do not know.
My life is in your hands. It's not worth much. Do what you will with it.
I seek Monsieur de Vaucanson. He holds the secret to the tireless automats.
And you think you'll find him here? In my quarters? Tell me, who is
I like
your
how I
master?
can
Aren't
intentionally
you
add
one of
drama to
Cagliostro's
cutscenes by wearing this hat.
creatures?
I serve only the Queen.
Ah,
I can make it look
Queen.
like she's hiding her eyes at various
well then,
points.
that's something else altogether.
Oh, dialogue options. I mean, this is why I'm here.
I found this message in Monsieur de Vaucanson's carriage.
He didn't receive it. That is most worrying. Eugène and I are old friends. I was hoping he would be able to tell me what the deuce is going on. Of course, I doubt he had a hand in this odious display of force, but he spent years in service to the king
Well,
and his projects.
he made the
Projects
weapons, but he
whose
didn't use them.
macabre ends we're only now
Bit of an Oppenheimer,
discovering.
you could say.
Where could Monsieur de Vaucanson have gone?
How should I know? The situation is dire out there. Everyone is taking shelter wherever they can. Let me think. I know that he and Monsieur Bailly, the astronomer, are close. Perhaps Monsieur Bailly knows more?
Where can he be found?
He must have taken refuge in his observatory at the Louvre. Otherwise, I doubt he is still alive. He
I get to
and
go to
his
the Louvre.
associate Lavoisier, the astronomer and the chemist, they were once the pride of the court, but have fallen out of favor. Too close to the common people, it would seem. It's as if only Vaucanson managed to stay in the king's good graces. Sic transit gloria mundi.
Who is this Cagliostro?
You feign ignorance.
I do not know.
Then you
Goddamn
should
French.
know that Cagliostro is the king's
They just
right-hand
skipped the G.
man. He claims to be a magician, and he is a self-styled count.
A charlatan who is more powerful than a minister.
Precisely. I've heard the most troubling rumors about him. He's supposedly the one who enabled the king to breathe life into these killing machines that no key need wind. I admit it sounds highly improbable, and I wouldn't believe a word of it if I didn't have proof standing right before my eyes. Now that
Yeah, I was gonna say, I
about
believe it.
As you can see, my servants have
'Cause
all
I don't
abandoned
need winding.
me, and I will soon follow their lead. Those poor people hoped to escape the city while there was still time. À dire vrai, I fear I shall never see them alive again. Before she left, the housekeeper gave me this key. It opens the gate that leads to the Louvre, if you are foolhardy enough to attempt it.
I found a note written by Eugène de Vaucanson. He mentions the death of the Dauphin at Meudon. What happened that night?
How should I know? The child passed away at Meudon. I was in Versailles.
Eugène de Vaucanson told you nothing.
The only thing he was willing to tell me was that something terrible had happened, and that the circumstances leading to the Dauphin's death were not exactly as described. One thing for certain is that he was extremely upset about what happened, so much so that he refused to spend a single day more in the king's service. But he has apparently changed his mind.
Besides the king and Monsieur de Vaucanson, who else witnessed these events?
Well, if they followed protocol, Monsieur Lemonnier, the first physician to the king, he must have performed the autopsy on the child.
Where can I find him?
He lives in Versailles, near the chateau. But he has a practice here in Paris, on Rue Saint-Thomas d'Enfer, in the quartier Saint-André-des-Arts.
These encounters are pretty long, but they're also very infrequent. Wait. Oh my god, it's happening. It's happening. I can see another person in gameplay. Look at this. Look at it. I can see how my character compares to a real person. Finally. This is the fourth person we've seen alive. There have been others, like the doctor that I've spoken to. You know, hiding behind their barred door. But this is the first one that I can look at freely. But I'm pretty sure like all the humans in this game are just exactly the same height. Well, I am a little bit shorter. Maybe. It's hard to tell. Probably easier to tell if I was to take off the stupid hat. My son, I have some news to share with you that I am sure will delight you. As I write these lines, I am confined to my bed in my home in Argenteuil, in such a poor state of health that the doctors assure me I have only a few hours to live. I am determined to die as a Christian, so I have sent for a confessor in the person of Monsieur... Sorry, I'm deliberately doing blatantly American pronunciations. Monsignor de la Fere, Bishop of Nancy. He will arrive soon to administer my last rites. Then I can finally give my soul to God, or to whomever will have it. Although I look forward to leaving this world, and the thought of no longer having to watch you sully the Mirabeau name, I ask you not to celebrate my demise too quickly. You should know that although my body is already no more than a rotting carcass, my pen and my mind are as sharp as ever. I have made arrangements for you, your succubus of a mother, and your wastrel of a sister. I don't know what wastrel means, but the context gives some powerful hints. Why can't I... Okay, I guess we're going to the journal. One moment. You will soon be hearing of me. I swear this to you from beyond the grave, for even in death I do not intend to let those who made my life a living hell continue to enjoy their own. Your father, Victor, de Riquetti, Marquise de Mirabeau. I guess you would expect most Americans to be able to spell... Well, wait, hang on. And I should have said pronounce, not spell. It is Monsignor. No, because, like, we have churches here. So, like, people know how to say Monsignor. Skipping the G. So that's reasonable. So if he's mentioned again. But the first time I read it, I said Monsieur, which was incorrect. Alright, I got 4 healing items, let's go. 4 reusable healing items. This game also has consumable healing items. And I really should be calling them lubrication items because that's more thematically apt. But I don't remember. Is that the second boss? I don't remember. No, because the second boss was electric, not in his theming. Well, that's what happens if you get frozen. Oh, and you can get out of it faster if you tap buttons. I was tapping the dodge button. Alright. We'll get it. There it is. I'm pretty sure it's just that there's like a 10% chance of success when you go to pick up an item. I mean, you always pick up the item on the first try. Like, you get the item, but it doesn't disappear from the world. Interesting. Monsieur Balsamo, we ask you once again not to take part in your mysterious activities in the middle of the night. Whatever the source, the terrible noise you produce disturbs the peace in the neighborhood. If these actions continue, we will be forced to refer the matter to the authorities at the Châtelet. You have been warned, the residents of the neighborhood. You gotta keep it down, Monsieur Balsamo. You know, the loud music.
I saw Richard today as clearly as I can see you now.
That's impossible. That makes no sense.
Do you think I've gone mad?
No, of course not. But how could Monsieur Balsamo make these machines obey him?
Monsieur Balsamo, you say?
To Jesu! An automat right on our doorstep.
Malheur! We are lost!
Do not fear. I am not like the other machines.
À la bonne heure. This one speaks and thinks, at least.
We'd better stay on our guard.
So you saw this Monsieur Balsamo giving orders to the machines?
Bien sûr.
Yeah, all these people
I
have
saw him
tricolors
walk
above their
through the
doors.
gate to his workshop, just a few
That's
paces
cool.
from here, accompanied by a dozen automats. They made no move to attack him. Oh no, bien au contraire, they were acting like his bodyguards.
What does Monsieur Balsamo do?
Who knows? He's a very discreet man.
Discreet? You'd have to be deaf to find him discreet. What about the racket keeps us up every night? The clatter of scrap metal, the creaking of pulleys, rumblings of all kinds. We suffer through it all. Not to mention the god-awful screams that emanate from that sinister workshop from time to time.
A most unusual fanfare, c'est vrai.
He must have some weird kinks.
There's no way of knowing what he's doing there. And that's why we cannot tell you anything more.
Madame, would you be so kind as to leave now? We don't want to draw attention to ourselves.
Anyway. Oh, this one might take a few tries. Switch to the macro. There it goes. All it takes is persistence. Hello. Oh, I should have recognized that block for what it was. A block. Okay. Okay, the friend is dead. That's the important part. Oh, can you not come past that door, my guy? Is that your limit? Nemesis fans. Designed to be a true instrument of vengeance, the Nemesis fans were designed to facilitate a counterattack. Again with the posing Aegis. It should be a fashion model. You know? Like it's like those mannequins that they have in stores, except you can actually move and shit, you know? Created exclusively for Aegis, fighting fans were inspired by the fans so beloved by the aristocracy. The multiple blades deliver lightning-fast barrages of cutting attacks that can overwhelm and momentarily disrupt the devices that control the enemy's movements. So it can stun them. A lot of words to say stun, but who am I to criticize on word count? Does this exist for a purpose? Doesn't seem like it. You're new. You haven't got any legs, my guy. You just got arms. And oh boy, do you have arms. I love that system. Subtly informing me that I have a level's worth of anima essence. Another one. You know, his animations kind of remind me of a chicken. Is there supposed to be like a drum hit like that at the end of combat? Is that how it's supposed to be? I wonder what determines... Like, I don't do the stealth attack with my weapon, but I suspect that the amount of damage is based on my weapon. This game lets you equip multiple of the same type. Very well. Now I have more health. Again. You gotta quit it with the Metroidvania, alright? You gotta quit it. You've been doing it for, what, 7 hours now? And you haven't given me a single tool. What's a guy gotta do to get a grappling hook, you know? Well, I think the way is up. Another grapple point right here, taunting me. I mean, with so many things that I can't use yet, there's no way it's not going to send me through these environments again. Oh.
No one, not even the king, can stop the representatives of the people from continuing their work. Wherever its members are gathered, the Assemblée Nationale lives. That is why we swear never to part, and to gather wherever circumstances require it, until a constitution is established for the kingdom.
Come here, mon ami. I salute you.
Monsieur, we have just burned our bridges. Nothing
Literally
and no one
Robespierre.
can prevent justice from triumphing in this kingdom.
Let us not claim victory too soon, Maximilian.
Literally
And don't forget
Abbe
what we agreed
Gregoire.
on, if things were to take a turn for the worse.
The classic characters. Classic. What was that? Okay, well, that's the famous tennis court meeting, but that's supposed to happen on June 20th, where they vowed not to be disassembled. But in this version of events, that was not quite so successful. What are you? You look like a fun time. I have other business to attend to for the moment, but I'll be with you shortly. Where do I go from here, though? Is that just to get me in position so that I can grapple onto that? Because that's stupid. It's just give me the stupid grapple already. Oh, man. Well. Just picked up 7 of those alchemical capsules. And I still don't know what they're for. It's like a music box. I guess that makes sense, because you see the big horn, right? And you expect it to be like horn noises. But horn noises happen if you have lungs. You can blow air through something. I mean, Aegis does have a voice, so she kind of has to, and there are ways to do that mechanically. I don't know. Thank goodness. More damage, please. Thank you. Moving on. Don't know why I would pick any of the others. Oh. I've encountered a worthy opponent. There we go. Is there anywhere else to go? No. Well, this is a shortcut, but I can't go that way yet, so it doesn't matter. Takes a little persistence. I suppose that could be a cello. It's a little thin to be a cello, though. I'm not entirely sure what period cellos looked like. I mean, my first assumption is that they fucked up the scale of a violin or viola. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. Shit. Oh, this is like an even bigger version of one of these. Does frost. It'll still be stunned though. Sizes of violins. Well, yeah, because a cello is actually a violoncello, right? And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why you don't read chat while you're fighting. To be honest, I think I might have just wanted it to be over. It was pain. There's somewhere that I can leash you to, that I can fight one of you at once. One of you at once. That's what it's called. Apparently not. Okay. Schnitzel in hell. I know you're not German, but still. Do it for me. And tell him I sent you. Oh, I've already been here. This is where it is. Look, all I'm saying is that I think a violoncello, cello for short, is a little bit deeper. But I don't know what period ones looked like. A little bit thicker, I should say. But like, again, with these guys being so ridiculous. Although, you know, that's not the case, because historical details matter even here, because the whole point is that you ground the world in realistic things. And then that brings out the fantastical elements in even starker relief. So you still benefit from having accurate detail. So it does matter. Oh no. Not both of you at once. Again. Bastard. Alright. I need to take a break. I think I need to open a window in here, maybe. But I also need to do some liquid management, as I call it. So I will return shortly. My health bar is going to get longer, isn't it? So this needs to, hang on. Oh, that's the French Revolution Wikipedia page right there. No, that's where the chat is. Let me put it in the middle. Oh, God damn it. Okay. I'll be right back. I'm back. More powerful than ever. Yeah, I guess I should be doing this first. Makes it a lot easier. Hello, Captain Freak. How are you today? I don't know why I did that. I mean that's my retreat route if I aggro too many of them. So practice, I guess. Speaking of aggroing too many of them. Very tired, just got home from work. Well. You know, that is its own sort of happiness. I too am actually very tired. And I too did work today, although not as much as you, it sounds like. Oh, I forgot about that one. Didn't get hit by it though. Work at Scott's Miracle Grow. I don't know what that is. But it sounds like the kind of a job that's just a job, if you know what I'm saying. Oh, the dirt company. There you go. Fair enough. The Grand Veneer Tricorn. This green suede hat with gold braid trim recalls those worn by the hunting officers under the command of the Duc de Penthièvre, His Majesty Louis XVI's Grand Veneer. Okay. I mean, this is still more armor, but it looks terrible. Compared to this one, at least. How does the coat look? This coat with Brandenburg closures was inspired by the livery worn by the staff of the Duc de Vaudreuil, the king's falconer. The elegant bronze epaulet strengthens Aegis's armor. It does have 50 armor. It's 10 more than what I've got. The problem is that I don't have the pants that match this right now. I'm assuming they're in this area somewhere. But it's awfully hard for me to switch I don't have, like, the set. Especially when it's such a different color scheme than what I've got. I guess in a world with automatons. See, now this is a... well, maybe that's a base. I don't know. In a world with automatons, I guess the, one of the curiosities people would want to see is music played by them. Right? But that can only happen if automatons are like a sudden and distinct enough development to become like a fashion trend, essentially. Because the way we think about robots now is like, you know, it's just a robot. Oh, I'm back to where I was. How did I get here before? Did I go the same way? Remember, I am tired, as I said. Shit. Everything's so different. Shot at. Oh my god. Dodge timing, the video game. Oh boy. Okay, motherfucker. Jesus Christ. Like, I have no... I have very little endurance when it comes to traversing areas. Unless I start calling upon my stock of consumable heals. I guess they weren't, guess they're not on that guillotine train yet. It's only 1789. It's not even Bastille Day yet. But whether Bastille Day is gonna happen in the present circumstances is doubtful. It's kind of already happened, to be honest. It just it's also failed. Oh no. Bots are gonna murder the National Assembly.
Please, try to save anything you can.
Sneak peek at a later boss, I'm sure. This rough sketch of Monsieur Bailey bears the signature of the painter, David. David dreamt of depicting the historic meeting at the Jeu de Paume, during which the Third Estate proclaimed itself the National Assembly, on a colossal canvas. Monsieur Bailey, who was the first to be sworn in, should be included in the painting, assuming that the artist is able to complete his project. This pocket-sized astronomical tool is based on a principle known since ancient times and is used to tell the time by the sun and the stars. When its circles are folded together, it is often worn as a pendant. It serves as a sign of recognition amongst astronomy enthusiasts. Oh no. It's one of the ones without legs. Perhaps I shall call them Mr. Arm. Is it Mr. Arm or Mr. Arms? I think it's Mr. Arm. Has more comedic value. A grade 3 module, I can't even use those yet. Oh, they're bronze, silver, and gold. Okay, fair enough. There probably will be a grade 4, though. Metroidvania me. Again. Metroidvania-ing. Yeah, you have to, like, separate the A and the I there. That's something. Anyway. Stealth attack! Oh, this is a shortcut that I very much need to open. Without dying, preferably. Ah, I was out of stamina. I should have pressed Y there. Okay. Let's go. It's really not very much of a shortcut because it's that courtyard with the big spinny dude and the ranged dude. I know, I should call all the enemies Monsieur something. Monsieur Arm, Monsieur Ranged, Monsieur Spin, Monsieur Horn. Does that work? I can't go anywhere here though, I need to continue in this direction. No, it doesn't work. That's unfortunate.
What is the meaning
I
of
tried.
this letter? Only Monsieur de Mirabeau can tell me more about it.
Monsieur Dumbass? Monsieur Dumbass for easier enemies? Okay. Well, that's the thing that I just saw in the vision. Is this where the National Assembly was murdered? I mean, it's definitely where someone was murdered. He's walking towards me, so I'm gonna... I just have to not overuse it. That's the key, I think. It's like, use it every 5 seconds, then it'll get old. Wait. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. It's a one-way drop down. I can probably get out here from down below anyway. That's not what I want to do though. I want to fight this guy, but I don't want to have such a... Well, I guess I can just run past them. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. I might have enough for 2. I do. Yeah, almost certainly the level cap is 20, because then the aperture will be fully open. Isn't that cool? How this is like a camera shutter, you know? That's so cool. Oh, I can upgrade another slot to level 2. Very nice. Can't upgrade anything else though. Is this selection changing? But yes, I can buy the Franklin Claws. I can invoke the power of Benjamin Franklin. No, there's not really anything. Not anything new here. I could use that module. These modules, it's the opposite of the Souls games where like they're competing for the top. Like it pains you to decide which rings to leave or talismans to leave out of your loadout. In this game, it's the opposite. You're just trying to select the least bad thing, the thing that sort of kind of gives you a benefit. Oh, I still have this one installed. Do I even want any of these grade 2? I mean, I never do a fully charged attack because the enemy's openings aren't that big. So then that's whatever. I've never done a critical attack because I've never filled up the stun meter. Never used an alchemical affliction. That's too conditional. I already have that one equipped. See, this one's okay. Oh, doubles the duration of alchemical infusions. Okay, cool. No thanks. Let's see if I can fight this guy. Y'all aren't gonna come to life, are you? Yes, you are. Okay. Well, always kill the Ed first. If they don't respawn. Unstable statuary man. Oh, he doesn't have that much health. Reminds me of the big dudes in God of War with their big clubs made of stone that they're swinging around. Some of those are similar. Like that one. Oh shit. I just got greedy there. That's all. There we go. I think I only got hit once. He was he had big telegraphs, so he was easy to dodge. That's what I'll say. Compared to all the other enemies that I've been dodging. Guess that's it, other than the massacred National Assembly. Oh, a Vestal. Wonderful. Is that our king? The Clockwork King, Louis XVI. Dear masters and students of the Royal Academy of Painting, I have been informed of alarming disturbances in various parts of Paris. It is therefore likely that the king has carried out his threat and has sent his army into his own capital. The destruction that has been reported is so great that the most valuable works of art must be evacuated immediately and taken to a safe place by way of the Seine. I ask each of you to put your every effort into these operations. Jacques Louis David. Sorry. Jack was Louis David. I'm American. Moving on. This is the Louvre. So that makes sense. Or at least the area in which the Louvre is in. I'm not sure if I've been in the Louvre itself. Oh, there's the pants. Time to see how it looks. It is a bunch more armor. too much gold for my taste, honestly. The boots are nice, or the boot. The boot and shoe are both nice. And the top. I'm not a fan of the gold face pieces, necessarily. Let's see. No. Nope. Who needs 25 armor? Get out of here. Get out of here. Oh, boy. Oh, I was up there. I was not up there. That's... Is that even accessible from the place I was in? Oh, okay. I'll take it. Probably not intended. Come on. Go. There you go. There you go. You got there in the end. Here we go again. Not sure if I can go back anymore. But that's okay. I think I discovered most of what there was to discover. Truly. The end game. Oh shit. Oh, you son of a bitch. You. This guy might make me use a consumable. Disassembly token. So that's how you end up doing a critical attack. Just use a consumable on one of them. Alright, well that didn't do what I wanted to do, because it didn't do any damage, and I can't get to him to do a critical attack. So... sounds like 10 get to him. Oh, there we go. No need, never mind. Shit. Okay. Oh, son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. I think I just can't go there until I have a grapple. Because... well, oh, there's more to this area. Okay. Never mind. That's never happened before. Okay, well, hang on. Hang on. One moment. Let me grab this first. Oh, and then I gotta make it disappear. No matter how long it takes.
His Lordship the King's brother has answered my message. He has agreed to see me, despite the circumstances.
The Comte de Provence? Do you trust him?
If he still has any influence over the King, we must try. I shall leave immediately for the Luxembourg Palace.
Be careful, Antoine. I implore you. The whole quartier is ablaze.
Monsieur Lavoisier went to the Palais du Luxembourg. But where is Monsieur Bailly?
Monsieur Lavoisier, I share your concerns and would be happy to put an end to them. I can still intercede with the king, the brother whose soul I believe I alone can understand. Meet me tonight on the Isle aux Dames in the Luxembourg Gardens. There, we will be able to speak without fear of being compromised. Louis Stanislas Xavier, Comte de Provence. Monsieur Bailey, by virtue of your former duties as guardian of the collections, you occupy apartments in the Louvre. I am in the Louvre, okay. That have been provided for your use free of charge. Rent free. This bitch living in here. Okay. As His Majesty has decided to use the premises for other purposes, you are granted... oh, never mind. Didn't turn out well. Didn't have to pay rent, but he got evicted. So, I guess it evens out. You're granted 10 days to vacate the premises. Should you choose to ignore this order, the police will be responsible for enforcing it. Comte Alexander d'Albret, Vice Chamberlain to Palace Royal. See, some of the words have a very clear, immediate translation. So you could just say the English version of the word. not always true, though. Like, you could just say count instead of comped.
Monsieur, this is the last time we shall meet. From now on, we shall do without your help. Eh bien, are you waiting for an invitation to leave?
Your Majesty, dare we ask what brought this disgrace upon us?
The Count's work has given me complete satisfaction. Your essences and optics are no longer of any use to us.
Rejoice, learned scholars. You may now dedicate yourselves to the cause of the Vanupier.
Just a moment. Are we being rebuked for our actions at the Estates General?
But Your Majesty, you are the one who convened this assembly. Leave here at once, monsieur, before you say anything you might regret.
I think that guy, the guy in red, I think he's the real bad guy. If there is one. Where? Oh, I guess this area was inaccessible from other directions. They did not give me the key to that. Very well. Yeah, I can't walk on that. No roofs or roof-like surfaces can be walked on. Oh, I need a grapple to get back up. Perhaps not. I guess that just allows me to get back in there. Which I don't care about right now. Oh, I do care about it though, because that makes this way easier to get in there from here. hang on, hang on. Don't know that I want to go inside yet. Curious. Oh, this is just here. Okay. Yep. This guy's probably just guarding an items. All right. What were you guarding, my friend? Essence of a noble spirit? Platform to nowhere? Well, to each his own. Well, that's a one-way trip. Oh, no. We found the real boss of the area. I see. Selenite of the Louvre. Damn it. Well, he doesn't do that much. She doesn't do that much damage. There's a question mark there. Perhaps I should use they because it's unclear. As you might expect from a robot. What the hell that was. good music. The music hasn't been pulling out that many bangers, but it's probably one. Oh, that's cool. Multiple tries to get this shield unstuck from the ground. That was very close to that. Shit. Oh boy. Well, there's death. It's bound to happen. Oh god. Okay. Well, might as well. Oh wait. Shit. The game doesn't pause, does it? Damn it. Spears are very pointy. You know that? Throw it all away. Just throw it all away. Even broken spears are pointy. It's true. Even broken swords. As Boromir knows. No, don't use one. Unequip this shit. There we go. Interesting. When you have no anima essence, you don't drop anything. Because in Dark Souls, you can go and pick up your 0 souls, right? Alright, ma'am. I have decided it's a she. In my head, at least. I mean, she's not a... Whoever they are, they're not exactly leading with their pronouns, so what am I supposed to do? you know. Maybe I should use heavies. I think I should. One heavy attack at a time, we'll get there. Or we won't, one of the two. I messed up there. Maybe I should start using a gun. For variety's sake, if nothing else. Although the only, like... Well, I'll look at it later, I suppose. Oh no, I'm out of stamina. That's fun. Especially because I nailed the Star Wars Battlefront active reload on my stamina bar. Okay, but when am I supposed to attack you though? When's my turn? Okay. Have normal heals. Oh shit. Oh no. God damn it. Fight just takes too damn long. At least the reset on this one's quick. I mean, Dark Souls itself is for a mature audience, Odif. In some ways, in terms of the level of violence. Like, there's no language. There's no language in this game. No sexualization. seen a Twitch warning on Dark Souls? It's possible that it's a new feature, because I've never seen it before. There's like new stuff going on with that, I think. Bitch. Dodged instead of healing, but that's how it goes. Alright. The lightning part is what took them last time, so. Oh, fucking shit. It's like basically a completely different moveset. I might be too tired to beat that boss. Oh, so if I look at hang on. If I look at the stream info, this is a mature rated video game that may not be suitable for some viewers. Oh. So, yeah. The new feature is content classification. So I can select. I mean, I can't select mature rated game. It's selected for me by the category. So I can select drugs, intoxication, or excessive tobacco use for excessive tobacco glorification or promotion, any marijuana consumption or use, legal drug and alcohol-induced intoxication, or discussions of illegal drugs, which I guess includes this now. There's a checkbox for gambling, which is good if I'm ever opening a bunch of loot boxes, you know. A checkbox for significant profanity or vulgarity, which is a question of degrees. Prolonged and repeated use of obscenities, profanities, and vulgarities, especially as a regular part of speech. Sexual themes, and then violent and graphic depictions. Which, the last one's interesting because just about every game has combat of some kind. So yeah, the content classifications. I think I used to have significant profanity. Yeah, this game doesn't even have blood. Because you're just killing machines. It does have... No, there's nothing sexual in this game, Captain Freak. That's just one of the content classifications that I can select. If I... Well, if you're a hot tub streamer, right? That's what you do then. That's why they've added this feature, is to account for that sort of thing, I think. And to make it more clear, because I think people have been a bit iffy about consuming alcohol and stuff on stream, and whether that's allowed. So I think this is meant to make all that a little more clear. So, this game does show in the cutscenes machines. Well, it didn't show it because it just kind of like went behind the pillar and then faded it out. I mean, you encounter a lot of human corpses, right? Like, that's the main psychological horror of this game, is that you just run into heaps of corpses. Like, the world has gone to shit. The spirits of dead people are used to perpetually animate the automatons, including yourself. Like, that's the fucked up part. Oh, yes. Yes, an option to only look for mature content. Well, it depends on the category then. It just depends on the game. Because I think every M-rated game is just going to be automatically locked in there for the time being. With this new system. I shouldn't say for the time being. For the foreseeable future. From now on, I should say. I think I think every M-rated game you watch someone play will have that on it now. That's just how it is. I do wonder what the experience is like for actual children on Twitch. Like people under whatever bullshit criteria age they made that you can just lie about anyway. I shouldn't say that out loud, but it is my firm opinion that that children well, I won't go into that. The opposite of mature is immature. You're right about that. Watching people play kids games is kind of boring. Although it depends on the kids game. And what is defined as a kids game. Because, like, the Pixar movies are kids' movies, but there's a lot there for adults, too. So. Oh, this is the other... Okay. Come back to the beginning of the stream. Alright. What do these platforms exist for, though? For fun? Yeah, it's just that guy. Oh, if you want to fight out here, we can fight out here, my guy. Yeah, let's do that. Frozen again. But the genius of the Pixar movies, Odif, is that the themes are different for the adult watching it and for the child watching it. The same message with added death, violence, and bloodshed? Yeah. I mean, like... Yeah, where's my R-rated Pirates of the Caribbean? You know what I'm saying? Like, those movies are all PG-13. I mean, that's just a Disney issue, I think. But, where's my R-rated Pirates of the Caribbean? I guess this is just... Oh. Okay. Well, that makes... Because you can only fast travel to the place out here, where the bridge out here where those carriages are. So I'm like opening paths through this level so that I can come back and... But I don't know if I will be coming back to these levels. I don't know if the story will make me, or if I will have to do so voluntarily. Man, it's a lot nicer in here after that guy's dead, although there's still a bunch of bodies. So. I think... I have nowhere left to go other than killing that boss. And that means I'm going to end the stream. Because I'm too tired to kill that boss, and I'm too tired in general, for being honest. Oh, that's what I should do. I should see... This is one of the other starting weapons. Combination of a pole weapon and light artillery. Aegis can use this light artillery. Aegis can use this halberd to perform ranged shots and powerful thrust attacks. It was inspired by military engineer Jean-Baptiste de Gribouval's work on miniaturization. U-boat is definitely mature content. Like this, well, I don't know what that game is rated. I mean, it's in early access, so I don't know if early access games have a rating. I mean, all you ever see is ships explode. But, and they do have the swastika censored, so not that I disagree with that decision. How long range is that exactly? Or it does like no damage though. People dying of suffocation making awful noises for 5 minutes? I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about at all. If you just reload the save, then none of that ever actually happened. You know what I'm saying? I dodged it. I mean, this isn't Dark Souls. I'm not using FP. I just... What? Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, I just learned how the game works. Alright. So your special attacks use those alchemical capsules that I've been picking up for the whole game. I wish it would tell me somewhere how many of those I had then, if that's the case. But it does not. This surprisingly compact Galileo telescope is an indispensable companion for any astronomer who ventures away from the observatory. Its retractable tripod can be screwed to a tree or piece of wood to provide excellent stability while still freely rotating 360 degrees. So that means there's no reason to use the gun halberd because it uses ammunition, and ammunition is a consumable, so I'm not using ammunition. Just like I'm not using the consumable healing items except in a pinch. So I literally can't see how many of them I have. Wait, it says... It says 234 at the bottom of the thing there. What does that mean? Still says 234. What's that for? Okay, so this must not, the blocking must not use that ammunition. Which makes sense, because I'm blocking. Well. Well. It tells me here I've... Wait a minute, what? Oh, no, it was saying the store has 500 of them. Right? Yeah. I have 229? I am so confused. Oh. Okay, the thing on the bottom left is the ammunition. So it says 231. And then I have like a magazine of 5 that then recharges over time. I see. That's what's going on. Okay. Well, I'm not going to waste any more of this. Okay. I'm still not using special weapons then. Or ranged weapons, I should say. But does the shield use them? It does not. It most certainly does not. Wait. Is what he's doing count? Does that count as an attack? No, I'm confused. Somebody... Excuse me, sir? Could you please hit me with an attack? Okay. Used all of my stamina. Yeah, because he used the shield dash. Makes sense. That does not make ammunition, which makes sense because I'm blocking. Okay. Okay. Well, Now I know how the game works. Anyway, that is going to be all from me tonight, because there's a bed that very much wants me in it. There will be more. There will be more. Wait, isn't this the courtyard where the big pyramid is these days? I think so. In front of the Louvre. Da Vinci Code and all that, you know? Well, anyway, I hope that you all have enjoyed yourselves as much as I have. I will see you later, and until then, have a good one.